Oh, hi! I'm live. Thanks a lot. I have to get a new producer around here. Anyway, welcome to the Liberty Trees Breaking News Desk. I'm Chris Branham. Today we have breaking news from The Onion. Biden campaign fundraising email reminds donors that sexual assault allegations don't bury themselves. From Washington, urging supporters to help out, chip in as much as they can. The Joe Biden presidential campaign sent a fundraising email Thursday reminding donors that sexual assault allegations don't bury themselves. Now, more than ever, the Biden campaign needs your support in sweeping this under the rug, read the email in part. Calling on each and every Biden supporter to do their part in defeating Donald Trump by looking the other way. We'll be honest, this isn't going to be cheap. It's not going to just go away like we thought it might. We know it seems like we can coast off the media suppressing the story. But there's a lot of important work to be done behind the scenes to ensure these accusers never see the light of day. These sexual assault allegations have already broken through the Washington Post. And if we don't meet our fundraising goal by midnight tonight, it could be front page news tomorrow. The email added that supporters donated $25 or more. The campaign would express their thanks by sending them a free allegations? What allegations? Bumper sticker. In related news, from the political section of the Babylon Bee, Biden says, "If you don't let me sniff your hair, you ain't a woman." From Washington, D.C., in a recent interview with a female representative of the segment of the human species identifying as female, Biden made a strong case for why all women everywhere should vote for him without question, or at least let him sniff their hair. Yeah, creepy Uncle Sniffer Touchy Joe Biden. Look, the thing is, you know what it is, Biden says. The women folk know what's at stake here in this election. It's very simple. Just let me vote on you. Or you vote on me. The vote, blonde applesauce baloney. Simple choice. If you don't let me smell your hair, you ain't a real woman. Biden then sat back in his chair with a smile. Nailed it. The female interviewer blinked a couple of times and followed up with some clarifying questions. Mr. Vice President Biden, sir, if I may follow up on that. Did you just say that if a woman doesn't let you stick your nose in their hair, that means she's not a real woman? I didn't think I could possibly be more clear, Biden said with a perplexed look on his face. If you don't let me personally walk up behind you, unannounced, and bury my schnozola deep in your flowing locks of curly hair, you ain't a real woman. That's no malarkey. Witnesses then walked in on Biden conversing with a Cabbage Patch doll, who he mistook for the female interviewer. After hearing the news, feminists around the country responded by lining up outside Biden's house to get a complimentary hair sniffing, thereby affirming their status as real women. In further news related to the presidential candidate Joe Biden, from the tech pages of the Babylon Bee, Ancestry.com revokes genealogy of all African Americans who do not support Biden. This from Lehi, Utah. Popular for-profit genealogy company Ancestry.com has revoked the family heritage of any American of African descent who says they would not vote for Joe Biden. Watson, you're out, man. Ancestry.com said so. They've made this change to reflect prevailing social beliefs about race and culture. It used to be if your ancestry were from Africa and your skin was a darker pigment, then you were considered black, said Ancestry spokesman Sheila Reinold. Times have changed. What really determines a person's blackness goes beyond DNA and genes and family trees. It's Joe Biden. Any other determination of race is pure malarkey at this point. A frustrated Ancestry.com consumer, Brian Jennings of Lodge Ridge, Kentucky, says he logged in to find out his account had been completely wiped clean, and years of ancestral research had been deleted, all because he said in a recent Facebook post that he didn't think he could bring himself to vote for the white, dementia-riddled, creepy Uncle Joe. Black people can't say that. Reynolds says Ancestry is not abandoning customers like Jennings. We're working on non-blacks to place them into white genealogies for free at this point. Jennings said he began seeking ancestral matches in his new account. His first match was a guy named Jethro Reinhold Tinbucket, who owned a cotton farm in West Virginia in the 1800s. After submitting his DNA, Jennings said he has come around to this change, receiving a huge amount of new matches, long-lost relatives, for his support of President Trump. I plan to fly out to Colorado Springs to meet my new mom next month, Jennings said. Her name is Belinda. She didn't blow her top when she found out that I liked Ben Shapiro. Thanks, Ancestry. Skipping away from politics for just a minute, we find this from The Onion. Frustrated CEO Adam admits... We're going to start that over again. A frustrated CEO admits Pfizer discovered the coronavirus vaccine months ago, but still can't agree on an ad campaign. That sounds like an American corporation to me. New York, declaring he was worried about their progress and afraid that time was running out. Frustrated Pfizer CEO Albert Bourla reportedly admitted Thursday that his company had discovered the coronavirus vaccine months ago, but still can't agree on an ad campaign. The vaccine was pretty simple, actually, and it's all set to go. But the more research we do, the more it seems an exciting, profitable marketing effort is still beyond our reach. Adding that the advertising slogan for the vaccine, which protects against COVID-19 in all cases, were having almost no effect on focus groups. And Pfizer is still potentially months away from finding a mascot. A coronavirus mascot. Coronavirus vaccine mascot? Huh. Okay. Coronavirus is incredibly devastating, which is why we have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get all the ad copy and promotional materials just right. We want our vaccine company to make a strike in the right zone, seriously, but not too serious. Maybe something like Bud Light did with Dilly Dilly. Some kind of catchphrase that everyone across the country will quickly remember. We know how badly people want coronavirus vaccines, which is why we need to pull out all the stops to make sure it is as memorable and entertaining for consumers as humanly possible. It is unfortunate when an advertising campaign isn't an easy find, as easy to find as the cure. Barola added that Pfizer's main worry was unveiling their coronavirus vaccine ad campaign before Johnson & Johnson or GlaxoSmithKline debuted their marketing campaigns. So apparently we have 3 companies out there with vaccines for the coronavirus, but they're all still working on their marketing. Stand by, people. We will soon have this vaccine. From the political pages of the Babylon Bee, we have breaking news. Dangerous fascists at large in Michigan. Also, some peaceful protesters with guns. From Lansing, Michigan, a breaking news report just revealed that there are a dangerous, psychotic, deranged fascist group at large in the Michigan state capitol. Also, some peaceful protesters with firearms. This violent maniac has not been apprehended yet, said one source, but we know that she is surrounded by armed guards and is considered extremely dangerous. The potentially deadly psycho was seen going around the Capitol building completely uncontested, causing many to worry for their safety. Also, there were some protesters who gathered peacefully and exercised their Second Amendment rights to carry firearms in a demonstration for their liberties. But it's the fascists that is worrying, experts say. It's unknown whether the unhinged extremist wants to... Whoa! As she was caught outside screaming, "Power! Unlimited power! Ah, 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 ah!" Cackling towards the heavens. It's, reported, what? My producer's telling me that we have, actual audio of the, yeah? That is scary indeed. We must stop this dangerous psycho in Lansing, Michigan. Also from the political pages of the Babylon Bee, we have CNN praises Governor Cuomo for killing off the elderly, since they probably would have voted for Trump anyway. From Atlanta, Georgia, CNN has praised Governor Cuomo. Brilliant nursing home use strategy, as it ended the deaths of thousands of senior citizens who skew towards conservative and Republican views. The station's host said that forcing nursing home residents to admit COVID-19 patients was a stroke of genius, that all other state governors really should look into this strategy. A genius move, brother, said Cuomo as he was interviewing Andrew Cuomo. All right. Nothing to see here. Move along. Chris Cuomo interviews his brother. Really inspired. How do you come up with this? You're so great. Aw, shucks, stop it. No, you stop it. You stop it. And so on and so forth, which is why no one watches CNN. And you only hear about it when you come listen to me. This went on for some time before the brothers argued at length over who would hang up first. At publishing time, the station also recognized another element of this genius move, since those killed by corona are now able to vote Democrat. Yeah, oh boy. More CNN news. CNN has replaced President Trump's press briefings with those of President Xi from China. Atlanta, Georgia, CNN is refusing to air President Trump's press briefings, calling them propaganda and fake news. The station instead will be broadcasting more fair and balanced and accurate daily press briefings from President Xi from China. We don't want to broadcast Trump's propaganda, so we will turn to a far more accurate source, said Brian Stelter. We're pretty much already repeating the government of China's stance word for word, so now we can just go straight from the horse's mouth. Financial costs were also a factor here. Legacy media has been hit hard by the economic shutdown. CNN had to look for ways to cut corners, save time and money. They found that they could save tons of man hours by just rebroadcasting President Xi daily press briefings directly. Now, instead of rewriting the Chinese press briefings for American audiences, CNN can just air the communist propaganda directly, getting hours worth of free content. Huh. That would save time and money. I mean, why pay Chris Cuomo millions of dollars when you can just rebroadcast China's crap? We're spending all this time and effort translating his broadcasts and rewriting them. We figured this is just more efficient. Work smarter. In spiritual news from The Onion, God rewinds time to watch man fall off trampoline. Again. This from the heavens. Saying he just had to see the guy faceplant one more time, the Lord our God Almighty reportedly rewound time Monday to watch the Indiana man fall off the trampoline again, yelling, "Look, look, look! You can see right here when his foot goes through in between the springs, and his face is just like, oh shit, said God, who reportedly reversed the temporal flow of all existence 6 times in a row to watch the man just completely eat it. At one point, pausing time entirely to laugh at the 25-year-old suspended upside down in the air after he had bounced off the trampoline's metal frame, and just a split second before his face slammed into the ground. That sound he lets out is just amazing. I don't even think it's really like a scream. It's more like a squeal. Oh man, that had to hurt like a mother. What an idiot. At press time, the Lord had repeatedly rewound time one more time and then restarted it in slow motion, shouting for a few nearby angels to come over. You gotta check this shit out. Finally, we wrap up our news segment, our special weekend news edition of the Liberty Tree, with a little bit of family news. Wife experiences sudden memory loss every time an Amazon package arrives. From Waco, Texas, a local woman has a bizarre medical condition where she suddenly suffers from amnesia anytime an Amazon package arrives at her door. Doctors are baffled at the strange condition where she can't remember ordering things when they show up on her doorstep the next day. Some medical experts believe millions of other women are probably afflicted by this same disease across the country right now. Pfizer will be working on the advertising campaign for that virus vaccine here shortly. Wow, what is that? An Amazon order? I have no idea where it came from, she says to her wife. Says to her husband. So very strange. Maybe it's a mistake. Let's see. It's really sad, says her husband, Mick. We've tried everything. Therapy, medicine, even essential oils. When she orders a ton on Amazon, she might suffer from this condition for life. Please keep us in your thoughts and prayers, especially for our bank account. Mick suffers from a similar affliction when brand new expensive golf clubs appear in his golf bag. He has no idea where they came from. Ladies and gentlemen, please be on the lookout for this affliction. It can affect men and women, apparently. This amnesia that comes from internet shopping. This has been breaking news from the Liberty Tree's breaking news decks. News decks. Speaking of news decks, apparently I've caught the affliction that Sean has where I can't speak properly. And if you'd like to see more of Sean versus the English language, tune into Off Track this evening. That's 8 p.m. Eastern on Mojo50.com. Spreaker, iTunes, iHeart, and YouTube, and the Facebooks, and the Spreakers, and the... Well, you get it anyway. If you got nothing better to do with your time, which we know you do. Yeah, who am I kidding? You don't have anything better to do with your time. Tune in. Off Track, Sunday night.